Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Crystal. This is my first video I'm doing. Today I'm doing a reading for empaths. If you're an empath, this reading is for you. If you don't know what an empath is, you can look that up online and get more insight to see if this video is for you. This is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I do want to give a shout out to my friend Bo. He has an Instagram, IllustrationByBo. And I'll go ahead and link that for you as well. He does do prints for sale. Sometimes he does clothing, and he also does, custom commission work. He's very intuitive and someone I would recommend checking out. He did do this piece here, which I'm going to use to hold the cards as we go on this reading today. So I just wanted to give him a shout out and give you the opportunity to check out his work. So we're going to be using several decks today. First, I want to go ahead and ask Spirit to give me some insight for empaths right now. What's the current energy? Alright guys, so I am back here. So Spirit, what's the current energies? What's the current energy for empaths right now? Spirit, what's the current energy for empaths? Spirit, what's the current energies and energy for empaths? Alright. So we do have the Seven of Swords here. Let's set that right here. So what I'm getting from Spirit about this card is that right now empaths are holding on to a lot of burdens. We're looking back at these other two swords here. We're just carrying a lot of weight. As empaths, this can be a lot of things. Take it as it resonates in your current life and situation. What are you holding on to? As empaths, it's likely emotions. So it's a great time to let go of emotions. Take an inventory into what you are holding on to. Is it too many people? Too many things? What is that for you? So Spirit's asking you to look at yourself on what are you holding on to. Okay, so I want you to reflect on that. During this reading, it's a great idea to take notes, or if you have just a little sticky pad, because I want to give you things for this reading that are going to help you as an empath. So Spirit's asking you to take inventory of what you're holding on to, too much of. All right? So Spirit, what message do my empaths need about letting go? What message do my empaths need about letting go? message do my empaths need about letting go? Alright, so this card did just pop out, got tucked in the middle, but it definitely flipped out for you empaths. Alright, so we have 8 of Swords, so we do have that sword energy. So what's interesting here is that you can see nothing's actually being, essentially she's not being tethered to anything, right? She has these bounds around her, but they're not binding her to anything. So a lot of times the things that we're holding on to and being, you know, feeling like we're bound to, that can be an illusion. So what illusions do we need to become aware of and let go of? You can see this is a card and, you know, sensing suffering from. You have the water below, it represents emotions. So this suffering can be something that's an illusion, okay? As empaths, we can feel energies, we can feel a lot of emotions, and sometimes it can feel like we're stuck in that, we're bound in that. So Spirit's inviting you to look at whatever you're feeling bound to. Are you actually bound to that, or is it an illusion that we can step out of and take steps to get out of? Okay, so that's what I'm getting from Spirit right now. So far the energy I'm feeling, it's like there's a lot going on. Sometimes we feel overwhelmed. We also have the 6 of Cups, and it came out in the reverse. Go ahead and hold that up for you. So it did come out in the reverse. So Spirit's telling me that what is binding right now is from childhood. So these blockages, it can be something, you know, holding you back from childhood. I'm also hearing false beliefs. So a lot of times those beliefs that can be either dysfunctional or toxic, which as an empath, a lot of people become empaths because of childhood trauma and things that happen during childhood. So Spirit's asking you essentially to take steps to face that trauma, take inventory of the things that you are avoiding, repressing, and that's not an easy thing to do. I do want to caution you, you have to be ready. So Spirit's inviting you to look at your childhood and release that baggage or false belief, whatever it is that resonates for you. Spirit's inviting you to look at that, okay? And that's not easy, so definitely be gentle with yourself if you do feel you're ready to explore that. If you do need help to explore that, it's okay to ask for help, someone you feel safe talking to, maybe a counselor or therapist, so you don't have to do that alone. If you're not able or don't have someone to talk to, it's okay to write about it. You know, make sure that your writing is safe if it's talking about delicate things from childhood. So if you are in a safe place where you feel safe with your writing, Spirit's saying it's a good time to do this. Spirit's also telling me that something you can do if you're not in a safe space to write about it is, first of all, enter temporarily into a safe place. So whether that's, you know, going to the library, somewhere where someone's not going to see your writing for a brief writing session. And then what you can do is, if you don't feel safe having that on paper, a good way to let it go could be to destroy the writing and let go of it. You don't have to keep those writings, but just getting it out and getting it off your chest can help you. Okay? So definitely, if you do decide to burn that writing, do it in a safe way. You know, fire can be dangerous, so I do want to caution around that. But Spirit's inviting you to let go and to adopt more essentially positive belief systems that are going to help you. Okay, so I do have here the Divine Energy Oracle. So Spirit, what insight do my empaths need about letting go of anything, as well as removing those blocks, past blocks from childhood? Spirit, please give my empaths some insight. Looks like we had about 4 cards pop out. The first one is Shine Your Light. So when we do let go of those illusions that are holding us back, when we do release past trauma, energy blocks, whatever that is for you, you know what it is. Your light's gonna shine. Okay, so Spirit's telling you, when you take these steps, shine your light, and shine it now. You know, we don't need to wait to shine our light. Even if you have, you know, toxic people around you, toxic family, toxic friends, Spirit's inviting you to release what you can. So not everyone's going to be able to release, you know, everyone. And there are situations that we live in, or maybe it's a coworker, things like that, and it's saying essentially, you know, I'm hearing, don't let others dim your light. Okay, so you need to do things to protect your light and energy. One thing I heard recently that can really be an energy, essentially coping mechanism, and I found, since implementing it for myself, it has helped me, and that is to essentially zip up your energy field, your aura. What you do is you act like there's a zipper holding in your energy and protecting it. So you just go up and down, deep breaths, and you're zipping that up. So nothing's gonna get into this, but your light can still shine out, and your inner light is protected this way. It allows you to shine out. Okay, so if that's something that resonates with you or something you want to try, I am inviting you to do that. We have accept what is dying. Okay, so what I'm hearing is accepting what's dying is letting go of those limiting beliefs, those illusions that you feel like you're bound to. Accept that that is dying. Okay, accept it. I'm also hearing that's about beliefs. Yeah. So any, you know, toxic beliefs that you inherited during childhood, accept that those are dying as you're doing your self-work and self-care, letting go of people, things, ideas that don't serve you anymore. Accept that they're dying. You don't need to hold on to things that are toxic, including beliefs, okay? So we're working on accepting that that's dying. Looks like actually there were 5 cards that have pulled out. Nurture yourself first. So I love that. Especially if you're someone who is a caregiver, if you have children, you have a partner, you have coworkers, friends, however this resonates for you, nurture yourself first. So what does that mean? For empaths, it's important to look at diet. And I do want to say, going back to having the 6 of Cups, you know, looking back on childhood, that nurture yourself first. A lot of empaths, where we come from trauma, it's like we put other people before ourselves, our feelings didn't matter, our emotions didn't matter. So this is saying nurture yourself first. What can that mean? Also, so sorry, I was going on diet. Okay, so a lot of, I don't want to say this is for everyone, it's for some people. Myself, I've had binge eating issues in the past, and it's like you need to look at your diet. What past things do we need to let go of? We may be eating our emotions, things like that. This isn't going to resonate for everyone again, so if this is resonating with you, I do want to speak on it. So with eating your emotions, you know, you may need to get help for that. You may need to do a food journal, write down how you are feeling when you're eating. There's things like Overeaters Anonymous you could look into, you know, joining a group. You could look into a nutritionist, a therapist. You know, if you don't have those options, do an online search about food journaling in a healthy way so you can nurture yourself. With that being said, from my personal experience, when I was binge eating, that I didn't make healthy choices. So first of all, I didn't feel healthy overeating. Second of all, when I did overeat, the types of food were very unhealthy that I was choosing. So making changes in your diet is a great way to nurture yourself. Healthy fruits and vegetables. You know about your own diet restrictions. I'm not here to tell you about that. You know, so maybe even cooking at home once a day, eating greens, very good, especially for your mental health, great for your body. So look at yourself, what this is resonating with, what small change can you make today. A lot of that is in that moment, making a healthier choice, okay? Nurture yourself first. Going back to being a caregiver, you need to take care of yourself first before you can take care of others properly and in a healthy way. So being nurturing to yourself, it can be something small, it can be something big, right? It can be getting a massage, it can be doing yoga, it can be going for a swim, going for a walk in nature, you know, whatever resonates for you. I'm hearing animals too. As empaths, generally we connect with animals. So if you do have an animal, what I'm hearing is that you can actually nurture yourself with the animal. If you don't have an animal actively in your life right now, it may be finding a way to spend time with someone else's animal. For example, if you like dogs, Ask your neighbor if you can take their dog on a walk. Ask if you just see a dog passing by. Ask the owner, is it okay if I pet the dog? So I'm actually hearing that nurturing yourself with animals can also make you feel better. So apply that in your life, however, you know, it resonates, whatever access to animals, anything like that. A lot of people have, you know, emotional support animals, things like that. If you're interested in that, if you're able to take care of an animal, it may be a good time to, you know, get a pet. That way you can, it's kind of a mutual nurturing. So yeah, you're going to take care of this animal, but you're also going to take care of yourself and your emotional needs. So it's not for everyone, but if you're in a position to take care of the animal and it's a good time for you and you're able to, this can actually be very nurturing for yourself too. Else about nurturing yourself first. So this message is not for everyone, but someone does need to hear this. It's about self-care. So making sure that you're showering or bathing, cleaning yourself at least once a day. That can be even, you know, a moisture towel, you know, using, like, I'm seeing the picture, the image of just like basically wipies. So even using wipies, refreshing yourself even throughout the day. So even like getting a makeup wipe, not if you do a full face makeup, but even just like wiping your face down during the day, if that resonates with you, is going to make you feel more fresh. It's going to be nurturing for you. So Spirit's saying self-care is nurturing yourself first. So whatever self-care routine resonates with you, feels good for you, and if you don't have self-care routine or rituals right now, Spirit's inviting you to explore that and implement that so you can nurture yourself, okay? Do what you love. Okay, so with this card, Spirit's being straight with you to do what you love. So right now, if you're not spending time doing what you love, Spirit is saying essentially that letting go, going back to the tarot cards, letting go of the illusions that you're stuck or bound, releasing past trauma or beliefs, you know, the things we've already discussed. That's going to give you more space to do what you love. So we need to free up our energy doing creative things too. So empaths can channel their energy into very creative things, if that's painting, even working out. I'm hearing a lot of people are into fitness. Maybe you're training for something. Yeah. So if you love that, shift your focus. So Spirit, what I'm hearing is Spirit saying get all of that essentially baggage, trauma, you know, whatever it is for you personally that you're holding on to. I'm hearing get it down on paper. So like I mentioned earlier, think about journaling it if you're in a safe place to do so, or speaking about it. Let it all go and then do what you love. Okay, that's going to give you the space to do what you love. Live your soul, not a role. Okay, so this one, Spirit's inviting you to look at what roles you have in your life. You know, what roles are we playing? It's like if you're very career focused, or if you are, maybe your roles like mother, whatever your role is, and you probably have multiple roles, it's inviting you to live your soul, not a role. So it's saying either to put more soul into your work, being more creative, or this, for some people I'm hearing this is reevaluating your roles, you know, getting out of some, for some people, yeah, this isn't going to be a message for everyone, but some people need to hear this is confirmation if you are reconsidering a role or multiple roles in your life. This is a message to be authentic to your soul and not this role. You know, the roles we have in life and that we play in life, there's roles that we choose, there's roles that we don't choose, but these roles, sometimes we need to do soul searching and reevaluate. So for some people this is a message that baggage or trauma, the thing that's making you feel bound, is a role. So for those of you that are able to choose these roles that you are questioning right now, if it's a role that you have chosen, and this is more like kind of career wise, actually I'm hearing for some people it's the role of victim. So if you're a victim, I want to say this like in a nice way, right? Because we can literally be victims of terrible things. For some people that's how we become so sensitive and like like empaths, but releasing that. So for some people it's going to be reframing that role into a more positive light. So it's like whatever you've been through, what did you learn from it? It made you who you are, but it's like choosing not to be a victim, like you're a soul. I'm hearing pain is an illusion, so this is definitely not invalidating any pain, but it's giving you the choice to rename your role. So for some people that's physical, like a physical role as far as like job, career, something like that, and for other people it's a role of like playing the victim, or like it's almost like some negativity too. Like if there's some kind of negative, like for some people this is emotional, like some kind of emotional role, and this is saying like live your soul in a it's essentially spirit inviting you to look at what that role is, that's either emotional or something like that, and reevaluate, like, is that in alignment with your soul, because your soul's love. So if there's any roles other people are assigning you, or you've even assigned yourself that don't serve you, explore if you can let go of that, okay? So being authentic to your soul. Alright, so next I have the Moonology Oracle. Alright, so Spirit, what other messages do my empaths need to hear? I'm just hearing in general right now, like releasing. Like this reading so far has actually been a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be, and I'm hearing it's just like releasing. Still a time for releasing. So empaths, you're being invited to release what doesn't serve you, your soul, your highest good. You're being invited to explore that, learn from it, release it, move on to nurturing yourself and putting yourself first. Yeah. Alright, so we had 3 cards pop up. We have Believe in the Impossible, Blue Moon. So in this reading, I feel like believe in the impossible. I'm hearing that some of you watching this are like, oh, that sounds so easy, like just letting go of all these things, but it feels impossible. Okay, so for some of you, this is one day at a time. Whatever you're involved in or holding on to likely didn't all happen in one day, and letting it go is not going to be all in one day. So believing in the impossible. So if this feels impossible, take steps. Okay, steps every day. Slowly you're going to get closer. I'm speaking from experience, okay? So just believing in the impossible, like facing things that you don't feel like you are going to get through, or like things you want to change about yourself, to be more in alignment with love. Sometimes can feel impossible. Maybe even loving yourself feels impossible. Letting go of certain roles feels impossible. Even letting go of certain people can feel impossible. But Spirit's reminding you to hold on to belief in the impossible. And that's like magical, right? Like believing that. Like it's like believing in magic, right? That like something feels so impossible, and then it's like in whatever time frame it takes you to move on or move through things, however that resonates for you, it's like believing like this is possible, like having faith in that. So we are going to get to these 2 other Moonology cards, but on that note, I have the Super Attractor deck here. Alright, so I want to get you a message really quick about believing in the impossible to kind of go with this, and then we'll go back to the other moon cards, alright? When I'm in a state of appreciation, I'm in vibrational alignment with my true love, nature. Okay. So basically it's saying when those things feel impossible to move through and move on from, staying in a state of appreciation. Okay, so that's like gratitude. Some of you, it's a great time to start a gratitude journal. I know I'm talking about journaling a lot, but as empaths, we need to get those feelings and emotions out. Journaling can be a great way to do that. Myself, I have about 5 different journals for different things, so you may need to go and get journals for this, okay? One shop I really like is the Typo. It's by Cotton On, so it's TYPO. So if you Google search Typo journal or Cotton On, this may not be in every country, but if it's available in your country, I do like their journals. They have kind of like smaller ones, they have bigger ones, different sizes. This can even be going to a local dollar store, okay? So you could spend $1 on a journal. You can make your own. I've seen like recycled journals. There's also, I've seen on YouTube and on the internet, like make your own journal with recycled things. So if you have like magazines, newspapers laying around, like get creative with it. So some people, that could be a good project for you to do something that you love. Yeah, so being in a state of appreciation and gratitude is going to help you to move through things that feel impossible and keep those beliefs up. Okay. We also have, I accept that good things come easily. I am a super attractor. Yeah, so some of the things we need to get rid of is like those limiting self-beliefs. Like, things aren't easy, good things don't come to me, like whatever that is, whatever that voice in your head is saying that's like negative or like bringing you down. It's like having that belief, I accept that good things come easily and I'm a super attractor, right? This is like manifesting right here. So it's like having faith that you can manifest things that feel impossible. You know, to heal, to grow, to become more healthy, right? Yeah, that's all I'm hearing for that one, okay? So going back over to our Moonology cards that we pulled, we have bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. Yes, so I'm hearing self-love. So that self-love, putting yourself first, it's all tying together for me. I hope it's tying together for you. Your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. So those of you who are doing your self-care now, are ready and have been working hard at this, keep working at it. You know, your hard work is paying off. For others who are just starting to heal, or maybe you're just learning that you're an empath, you know, I remember when I first even like saw the term empath, it just made things like make so much more sense for me. I felt really like isolated on and off growing up because I was just so sensitive. Like, little things would make me cry, and I could just feel other people's emotions, and like I started to learn how to separate like their emotions from my emotions, doing protective things like that. So spirits telling some of you your work's paying off, you're doing great. Others of you, you're still doing great, but it's time to put in the work so it can pay off. Because when you make these changes, you put yourself first, you increase your self-care and let go of baggage, all areas of your life improve. Romance is going to improve for you, career, financial, all of it will improve, because being an empath is a superpower. So on that note, I'm going to get you a card about, it's going to be a message essentially about how being an empath is a superpower. Because sometimes, I know, like from my experience, it can feel like, why am I this way? Like, this is so hard to deal with. Like, other people don't feel so emotional. But when you learn how to kind of like heal and control it, you realize like, this is a superpower. I can feel things, I can see things other people can't feel and see. And I'm not necessarily saying like spiritual, like some of it is spiritual and some of it is like intuition increasing, and that's kind of like self-love and self-care, like being in tune with your own needs and your own self. It just like, it's part of your superpower, right? So for those of us who are looking at ourselves and looking at, you know, being an empath as like some kind of curse, right? It's like reframing that. So for some of you, I'm hearing the only reason you're watching this video is for that message right there, like to reframe the way you're seeing yourself as an empath, and to like learn how to view it as a superpower and like how to work it, right? Okay, so Spirit, what message do I need for my empaths about how do I want to phrase this? So Spirit, what message do my empaths need about having a superpower, or accepting their superpower, or like growing with their superpower, right? Alright, Spirit, how about my empaths with this one? Spirit, what message do my empaths need for this being a superpower? Okay. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. So we have, when I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. So this is for those of us who feel like it's impossible. Yeah, this really is a great message. So patience, again, this isn't all gonna happen in a day. Whatever's going on, either emotionally or physically in your life, you didn't get there in a day. You can have gratitude every day for the small things, even, and just believing in the impossible. When I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. So however this resonates for you, if you're someone who prays, if you do like to gratitude journal, if you just want to set an intention, if you want to manifest, however, whatever you want to ask for, now's the time to ask for it. Whether it's like inviting like what you want, whether it's to heal, whether it's something emotional, like wherever you're going in life or want to go. This is telling you, be patient, let the universe do for you what you cannot do for yourself. Okay, so however that resonates with you, now's the time to pray, to speak to your higher power, to speak to the universe. Go outside and speak to the stars. Okay, ask the stars for whatever you can't do yourself, and then release that, trust, and wait for it to come in for you. Okay, if those things didn't resonate for you, whatever it is, whatever way you want to ask for these things that you can't do yourself, or you probably can, yeah, okay, sorry. So whatever you cannot do for yourself, it's just like setting those intentions for what you want to bring in your life, heal from, move through, whatever it is for you. Allow it to happen and be patient. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but just trust, believe in the impossible. Okay, that's great. All right, finally there is another deck I actually just got. This is the Rumi deck. So this deck has all quotes, messages on it. So I want to give you a moment to ask a question, and then I'm just still really getting the message from Spirit for you to journal. So if you do already journal, whatever comes out about your question, Spirit's asking you to write about it, reflect on it, apply it to your situation if it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, leave it, don't do it. So think about your question you want to ask, and Spirit's going to give you a message to kind of look at and write about. Right? So if you don't have your question ready yet, pause the video and then play it again when you know what you want to ask. Okay? So Spirit, what message does my empath need about their question? What message do you have for my empath about their question? Be an empty page untouched by words. So this is actually really ironic for me because we're talking about journaling. So be an empty page untouched by words. So for some of you, this is saying meditation, untouched by words. Sometimes we can learn the most or grow the most or have things come to us with clarity in the silence. For other people, this is saying like words can't affect you. So if there's people around you saying things or, you know, whatever it is, these words can't touch you. They can't hurt you. I don't want to invalidate anything that could be happening or that you're experiencing, but upping protection and realizing that words can't hurt us unless we allow them to. So again, I want to say that in a gentle way. So it's like upping your protection so that those words can't hurt you, because as empaths we can feel a lot. So for some people it's like Google searching, it's like I'm hearing sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Yeah. So you kind of get the message here. Yeah. Message, you know, meditate, protect yourself. Okay. So I do want to give you something else to journal about. You can journal about this one, or just, you know, reflect about. You know, it's really funny. I actually want to mention this from my own experience. So I had someone who did say terrible things to me at one point in my life, and what I actually did was I made a collage, and it was like a really dark one. I took kind of darker images about how I was feeling and how what they said made me feel, and I had like a label maker, and I typed it into the label maker and printed it off in a sticker, and I stuck these terrible things they said to me like onto the collage. I didn't end up keeping the collage for a super long time. I ended up throwing it out, but it was like just like being able to put that pain into an art project and then like let it go. So I did want to mention that for some of you this could be an opportunity to heal. And it's like we don't want to keep remembering things that people said to us that were like that affected us kind of negatively, but having the opportunity to get that out in whatever way resonates with you, maybe turning it into art, and then letting it go, that can really help you. Okay. So I'm going to get you another message about your question. I like this one. Okay, we fight a fierce war within. What is the point of fighting with others? Okay, so we fight a fierce war within. What is the point of fighting with others? So I feel like some of you, your question was about fighting with others, or like some kind of external like conflict that you maybe wanted clarity on. And so Spirit's saying, again from this reading, like, put yourself first. We fight a fierce war within. What's the point of fighting with others, right? So explore that however it resonates for you. Like, that's the message that Spirit's giving you back about your question. It's asking you a question back. What is the point of fighting with others? And it's like, what I'm hearing is like, you need to fight the war inside yourself before you can fight that with others, like in a healthy way. All right? Yeah. So just like take that if it resonates with you, however it resonates with you. I just feel like the energy was like a bit heavy, right? It's like Spirit's telling you all these things to look at, but it's like, as empaths, like healing ourselves and continue to grow is like looking at these darker aspects, and like almost like a lot of it's like shadow work kind of vibe. And so I do feel like it's heavy, and like, don't shoot the messenger. Like, I'm just trying to give you like as empaths, it's like, where can we grow, right? So like, Spirit's definitely telling you, like, look at these things, like start journaling. So the last thing for this reading that I want to give you, because it's getting kind of like a long reading too, is we have the Soul's Journey lesson card. So I know one of the cards we had, it was like yeah, this one, live your soul, not a role. So this message, it's gonna be something that I want you to like meditate on this week, write about, and it's gonna be like diving further into live your soul, not a role. So this is gonna be the final card of this reading. If you're still watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Again, this is my first like video I'm putting out there. I just feel like it's given like so much opportunity for growth for empaths, explore ourselves. All right, so Spirit, what message do my empaths need for their soul journey and living their soul? Ooh, that came out very heavy, very quick. It's kind of a darker card too. It's that dark energy going on. Okay, so the card we have is doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Okay, so what I'm hearing for this reading is that like, it's relating back to the impossible card. Yeah, this one, believe in the impossible. So with believing in the impossible, right, it's like we don't need, and it's like, it's funny because in the beginning of the reading too, it's like, what do we need to let go of, or like, what are we holding on to too much? So it's like, I release the need to know all the answers. And the message for some of you is that you're not really aware of what you need to let go of. And for some of you, you don't need to know right now. For others of you, you're like, I have all this impossible things going on, or like impossible like self-work, not feeling like I'm able to get myself where I want to be, where I'm going. And this is saying to release doubt. So trust in the universe, your higher power, whatever that is for you, that you don't need to know all the answers. I think it's from Deepak Chopra. You know what I'm talking about, right? Meditation. It was like, if you did have all the answers right now, you wouldn't know what to do with them. And that goes back also to, we got a message about patience. So don't doubt yourself or your growth or what you're releasing up, you know, what you want to release, what you need to release. Don't doubt it. It doesn't have to be today. It's more about letting the universe kind of work things out. Sometimes we get so caught up, so panicky, we feel so out of control. And it's like in our self-care and self-soothing, calming, meditation, yoga, eating healthy, whatever that self-care is for you, or whatever you want to commit to yourself to start doing in those ways, is going to help you with patience, with getting clarity. Meditation's huge. I'm hearing like a lot of you need to meditate. And you know, speaking about meditating, a lot of people, they're like, it just like doesn't really work for me. When I've talked to people about meditation before, some of them are like, you know, they tried one time, they gave up. Some people think meditation's like one specific thing. Also, like, there's different ways to meditate. I personally like to watch like YouTube meditations. So find one that resonates with you. For some of you, it might just be like binaural beats, raising vibration. Search like a binaural beat self-love. It could be like a letting go one. For some of you, it's going to be like a cord cutting meditation if you need to let go of a person. For some of you, it's going to be asking your angels, like asking spirit, asking God, asking the universe, whatever your higher power, whatever your belief system is, to gently remove and release and like help you let go in a gentle way. So it's like going back to the fighting card too. It's like, what's the point of all that fighting? Like, sometimes we need to just gently step away, whether that's emotionally, physically. It's like boundaries. Like, we need to work on our boundaries. That's myself included. That's what I'm working on a lot right now, is like healthy boundaries. Okay, so with the soul's journey, I have this doubt card. I'm gonna put it up here for you. I already showed it to you. Okay. It's impossible for the human brain to comprehend the mysteries of the universe. You are only consciously aware of the 3 dimensions for a reason, and that is to learn to love without the full awareness of your connection to spirit. Everyone has his or her personal path to this awareness, and there's no right or wrong answer as long as your goal is to manifest the energy of love and compassion, right? So that's like tying everything together. I love that. The wisdom of the divine trickles into the physical dimension, and some of it will resonate with your soul and some will not. These are your signposts that guide you to your correct path. If the wisdom resonates with you and seems right, then keep it. If not, release it back to the universe. Always be aware and mindful of the insights that your spirit guides and teachers put on your path. Okay, so for this reading, I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to do a quick like review of the cards that we had, and then I'm going to include like I'm going to lay them all out and do like a screenshot or like a little video so you can see them all laid out. We're going to quickly just go back through all the cards we pulled. so you can see them. But thank you so much for being here with me today, my little empaths. Sending you a lot of love, a lot of healing. I'm just inviting you to explore yourself, to get in a healthier place, and raise your vibration and self-love, self-care. Inviting you to get those journals, make it fun, put stickers in it, make it great. Okay, so I'm gonna be posting regularly. Again, this is my very first video, so if I feel really good, I hope I was able to offer you some insight that you know, can take what does resonate with you and leave the rest. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That's everything. Just sending you a lot of love. Namaste.